everyone. We are here at KubeCon and Cloud Native Con North America 2022 in Detroit. I'm here at the Testkube booth. We're going to talk about the testing discussions at KubeCon, why it's important, what are the challenges, and what the good folks at Testkube have heard from the community members. So before we get started, thanks a lot, Bruno, for joining us. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
So yeah, nice to see you again, Kunal. Glad to have you joining us here. I'm Bruno. I'm from Portugal, and yeah, exciting to talk about testing.
Amazing. So can you tell us a little bit more about Testkube? I believe it's in the CNCF landscape as well.
Yeah, we are part of the continuous delivery category in the CNCF landscape, and we really try to make testing in Kubernetes very easy for people.
Amazing. And this video is around the topic just focused around testing, right? Mm-hmm. So okay. What has been the discussion that you have seen from the community members when it comes to testing at this KubeCon? Mm-hmm. And do you maybe want to share some of those stories or some of the challenges that the people are facing?
Mm-hmm. So all companies, they're of their old methods, and now they are realizing that Kubernetes exists and it's good. And they have, in the CNCF landscape, they have all these amazing open source projects that can leverage and add value to their business. So they are making that transition. But however, something that happens is there's not a lot of testing frameworks like Testkube to help them make the transition of that testing aspect. So they modernize a lot of aspects on their development lifecycle, but testing is sort of like saved for last. And what that does is has an impact on the quality of their product because they are not doing testing the right way. Something that we've seen is they focus on doing unit tests, but they forget about doing integration tests, end-to-end tests, a lot of tests that happen inside the cluster because either they don't have the know-how, or they think it's like too much work, not worth it, and like it's very complex. So that's one of the challenges that we see and one of the challenges that we are solving.
Yeah. And you mentioned about the process. So in what stage of the software development lifecycle would you recommend implementing testing in your projects? Like right from the start, or when you get some, like in the middle or something, when you get some more progress?
Yeah. So as soon as you have your applications running in a Kubernetes cluster and you are ready to make those applications ready for your customers, it's when it's very important that you start testing them in a live environment. So live environment means there's applications running. It's not static code analysis or just running something like on your computer. It's really in the cluster. And if you there's a misconception sometimes that they lose time by not testing, but actually they gain. They might lose a bit of time in a short iteration, but in the long term, they are losing a lot of time by not testing because the code gets bad.
And what are these best practices that you recommend people?
I recommend them that they continuous testing, so they don't save testing for different iterations. Let's say they develop features and they say, okay, we are going to test it only like 2 weeks later. No, as you are developing, you should also add tests at the same time.
Amazing.
Yeah, and they should be part of your cluster. So you should add the tests, integration tests, and all the tests needed as you are developing the features.
Cool. And from the discussions you've had at KubeCon and all the talks you've attended, what are the trends that you see would take place in the next few years when it comes to testing in Kubernetes?
I feel people will feel more comfortable testing, basically doing integration testing. I feel like there's too much of unit testing and simple tests, and there's a lot of things that are untested and they don't have visibility if it's working. There are even people that don't have tests in production and they don't know really if everything is working fine. I feel with time they will have more visibility and they will figure out problems way earlier than later.
Amazing. Well, thanks a lot for joining, Bruno. It was really great talking to you. Thanks everyone for watching. If you want to see more clips from KubeCon around highlights in various domains, you can check out Civo on YouTube. Check out Testkube as well. I've done some content on it, and we've done some amazing podcasts around testing in the past. So that will definitely help you. See you in the next one.